I'm making this video because I got literally harassed by the amount of questions I got asked about this particular topic. Ustad, which device you use, what app do you use, Ustad, all the time. So, Bismillah wa salatu wa salam ala Rasulillah. Let's start. First of all, don't use iPad. Don't use any of these devices that you see, these fancy devices that you see, maybe on my TikTok, maybe on my Instagram. Let me be very honest with you. Very honest. Can I be very honest with you or a little bit honest? I'll be very honest with you. Yallah. If I didn't have to use these devices, I wouldn't. Guess what? I wish if I could just go to those old days when I had to go sit in a madrasa and teach students. Way more effective, way more, alhamdulillah, way better, way more satisfying and way more barakah, alhamdulillah. Yeah, with these, when it comes to this tech, using this that device, I wouldn't advise unless you have to, barakallahu feekum. So if you have to use these devices, which device should you use? I'm going to be very biased. Why? It's just like people asking, look, I'm shooting this on an iPhone but I have Samsung here. If I use Samsung only, I'm going to be biased to say Samsung is good. People who use Apple, sometimes they want to fight, not just fight, they want to be very aggressive about their opinion on the iPhone. They're like, no, iPhone is good. So I'm going to be a little bit like that, although I'm going to try to be as balanced as I can. But I'm going to just show you what I use, and maybe someone out there uses something. First point is, don't use them if you don't have to. So the first ever device I used when I started teaching online was this iPad. Now this is iPad Pro. I purchased it with the help of one of my students, Ibrahim. May Allah bless her. I couldn't afford to buy one of these because I don't know the exact price back then, but I think it cost about 1,000. With this keyboard, you know how they try to make money out of everything. So it cost me a lot. So this student, his mother, she said, I'll buy it and you can pay me every month. Alhamdulillah. Anyway, so about this device. Now this is iPad Pro, as you guys can see. This is an old one. Now, my teaching got way easier later on because of these apps they kept developing, and the program, this device keeps updating as well. So now teaching on these devices is way easier, but it wasn't in the past. This iPad, which is an old one, this is iPad Pro, by the way, this is the old version, came with a pen. But I really had a few issues with this iPad. For example, I'm saying this because I have a newer one. If I have to charge the pencil, I literally have to take this out and put it in here and wait for it to charge. Other than that, the keyboard gave me a lot of trouble, and alhamdulillah, they actually replaced it for me. So you attach this here, and this can be used as a cover, or you open it, and there you go, and you can use it as a keyboard. The keyboard here, you see this thing here that sits here as a magnet, gave me a lot of trouble in the beginning. Not right at the beginning. After a year and a half, I would say, the keyboard won't work, even though it's attached to this. So you can see right now the keyboard is not working, and it gave me trouble again. I took it to them and they said, we're not going to replace it for you, you have to buy it again. Then I said, you know what, I might as well buy a new one. So this was the device that I started teaching on. The reason I start teaching on something as simple as iPad, because I did not like things when they're too complicated. People use laptops. Yes, I had a laptop in the past, and people use all these devices. I used to use, they're just a bit more complicated. I had a video where I was comparing an iPad to Surface Pro or Microsoft Surface. You can find the video on my YouTube channel. The reason I didn't like using it because it's too complicated. It's an entire computer. This is not a computer, guys. Let me just make it clear. This iPad is not a computer. Although the newer iPad, which I have on the table right now, this one, it is as strong as a computer. They have M1 chip. Maybe that's what it's called. Although it is as strong as the computer, it is not a computer. What does it mean? It means you can't download programs and all those things that you see. It is based on apps. So what I'm going to do, inshallah, I'm going to open this and I'm going to record the screen. Let's start, bismillah. So we look into this iPad, and I am going to be screen recording this, and I'm going to talk very quickly about some of the apps that I use. Now, let's have a look at the screen. This is iPad Pro screen. As you can see, because they're using like a good processor here, it is very smooth. You go left right, and it's very smooth, alhamdulillah. The first ever app, the most important app that I use when I'm teaching Quran is the Quran app. What else would it be? Now this Quran app, the reason I like it is Uthmani script. Yeah, the good thing about it, if I turn the iPad the other way around, the Quran page will be like a full Quran page. So I'm just going to keep an iPad like this. I think it's called landscape mode. Now one good thing about this iPad, yeah, if I take my pencil and I there you go, scroll it right from the left bottom corner, look what happens. Boom, it screenshots. And as soon as I screenshot, I can mark on this, I can do whatever I like, I can zoom in and mark certain things. This can happen while I'm teaching, yeah? And then after I'm done, I can literally save it or send it to someone, or you know what, I can literally just say delete. Easy as that. So one good thing about this iPad, doesn't matter what screen you're on, you scroll the pen and there you go, you screenshot it. You can send it, you can share it on an app, you can save it on any app, or you know what, you can just go and save it as a photo that you can use later on. So you know what, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna actually mark some of the things. I'm using this app, this app, or you know what, this app. And I'm gonna say what, save the photo. Now, you save the photo, then you go to the second most important app that I use is the Notes app. As you can see, I have so many notes on this. I have so many notes saved on this app. So why iPad is particularly good? Well, this note is built for people who use Apple. So this app is not really maybe not as helpful on the iPhone. I don't find it helpful, but it's very helpful when it comes to iPad. Remember the photo I screenshot? I'm gonna go here, choose the photo, and boom, I'm gonna choose the last photo. There you go, and I have it here. Now, I'm gonna click this photo and I'm gonna start adding more things. Guys, not this app, this app. I'm gonna say done, and what can happen later? I can start typing. I'm literally creating a note. I can go scroll a little bit down, and guess what? I'm gonna start drawing again. We've done a bit of writing. Guys, I would like to explain that these are the apps that are important. Scroll a little bit down and add more things. Guess what? While I'm teaching someone and they are watching my screen, oh, you're probably thinking, Ustad, how can you do that? I'll come to that in a bit. While I'm doing that, I can literally press the camera button, which I'm not gonna do because last time I did it stopped recording. I can take a picture of a page, and that's what I do all the time. So you guys have this question, Ustad, what qaida do you use? I can literally turn on the camera, yeah, and I can take a picture of one of the pages of this book, and boom, have it right here in the notes, and I can start marking on it. So I take a picture of maybe something like this. I take a picture of this. Where is it going? There you go, it's here. Yeah, I take a picture of this and I can start writing on it. Okay, now this app to be, okay, here we go. There you go, I want it here, right here, yeah? So maybe, yeah, and it's here, now I can mark on it. You see what I did here? So add photos and add more notes, and maybe you can add writing, you can create to-do list, you can do so many things with this app, alhamdulillah. This app would be the most important one. Now let's go back to those two questions that people had. Which qaida I use? Look, guys, if you can find PDF, let's go to here. Look at this. This is the qaida that I use. Can you guys see? There's a name, Al-Qaida Al-Makkiyya. Guys, you can search it up. People ask me all the time. Look, if I had a free time, I would be sitting there emailing it to everyone. Search Qaida Makkiyya. This is a PDF I got from Qari Yusuf. Allah yabashirak bil Jannah. MashaAllah alayk. You scroll down, this is a PDF. Now the good thing about PDF is that you can use it like a book. You can mark on it. Yeah? I won't be able to do that if it was, let's say, Word. If it was something like you know, like a page. If it was something like a page, I wouldn't be able to do that. I wouldn't be able to do it here, for instance. So with a PDF sort of thing, I can literally go in and start writing on it as if I'm using a book. But again, if you have an app, well done, that's even better. Now I do have an app which is Qaida Nuraniya app, particularly here. I can use these apps, and you don't need to use these apps if you can just take a picture of a page from the qaida that you're teaching anyway. Yeah, so do that inshallah. Next most important question. Okay, so I'm using Notes, I'm using Zoom. I told you guys, in Zoom you do have option to share your screen. I know when I started teaching I didn't have that option. It was such a I was wondering, why did I even buy iPad? On Zoom now you can literally share your screen. Now if I go on it, the screen is going to stop recording. On Zoom you can share your screen, you can record your screen while you're teaching everything. You can send it to your student later on. Okay, so that's Zoom in particular. Now there is another app that I would like you guys to be aware of, and that is Google Keep app. This app is very helpful. مرة حلو. أنا أقول لكم ليش. You go on this app and it's very much like the Notes app that I used earlier. The difference is, with this app, I'm going to show you guys something, yeah? If I go here and again I screenshot a page from Quran, watch what I can do on this app. This is very interesting. I can zoom in and I can write something very small. This is particularly good when it comes to taking notes. Look at this. So I write something here. I say Quran. And now I want to zoom in. Yeah, this is me designing notes. I'm gonna say Quran is from, from Allah. Did you see how I zoomed in and I put a small note there, and I can zoom out? So this app is particularly good if you want to zoom in and out. Another thing that I like about this app more than Notes app, so this is Google Keep, yeah? This is Android. Notes, you can only get it on your Apple iPhone or iPad. Now, one other thing I like about this app, I can have an image here. I can have an image and I can write on it, I can mark on it, and I can come back and I can remove this mark. I can also zoom into the images that I screenshot or from where, and I can write small tiny notes. I can't do that if I'm using Notes app here, if you notice. Yeah, with this, if you mark, you want to go back and you want to correct it, no you can't. So if I go back to this image here and I want to rub off these marks that I put, I can't. So one disadvantage though about this Keep app, although Keep is good because you can use it on your Android phone, iPhone, you can use it, I'm using it on the iPad. Look on the left and the right side here. If I click on it by mistake, the note goes away. So I have to go back in, press it, and using it. By mistake, if I press on the left or the right side, it just disappears. I think this app is made more for people who are using the iPad as a portrait mode rather than landscape. Now, let's go back to app, the iPad screen here. What else? I would say, to keep this video very short and simple, 16-minute long, these are the apps that I use most of the time. And guys, let's keep it very simple. If you're using iPad, you can Google anything, screenshot it, and save it, use it. Yeah, so you don't have to worry about which book, which app, or you see this app here, Qaida, I don't need to use it. Why? Because I literally have an entire Qaida screenshotted here. Where is it gone? Here, look at this, the entire Qaida screenshotted. So you can find it on internet, screenshot it, keep it, and you can keep using it inshallah ta'ala. Okay, so that's done. Also for editing, maybe in another day I can show you guys how I use iMovies. Again, when you want to do something, guys, generally in life, if you want to do something, let me just stop recording this. What you want to do, you want to focus on what you want and try to find the simplest way to get there. I want you to teach online. Rather than going and doing things, on internet, you can find so many people using so many complicated devices, this and that, and buy extra phone. Look, I've got an extra mouse here and a keyboard. I never used them. I bought them because I thought maybe it's cool, maybe it's this. So you see other people doing something, you're like, I want to do it too. And you realize, you know what, this is not making my life easy. So use simple devices. The iPad is perfect when it comes to sharing a screen, page, drawing, stuff like that. It's perfect. If you want to do more complicated stuff, maybe you have a different aim or purpose. But as a Quran teacher, come on, I'm teaching Quran, Qaida. So I'm literally, using it as a page, and I want a student, wherever they are, to be able to see my screen. That's it. You don't want anything else. Barakallahu feekum. So this is what I use. I hope I covered all your questions here. So maybe you want to have a look at this from the outside. Again, I was able to buy this with the help of some brothers. May Allah bless them. May Allah bless their business. So this device, again, you can check it on Apple, 1,000 plus with the keyboard. They call this magic keyboard. Wala'ayadhu billah. Magic keyboard, this is better than that because the screen is slightly higher. The pen, rather than you putting it on this side or that side and charging, you just put it as a magnet, it starts charging. Perfect. The other thing particularly that I like about this iPad compared to that one, you can charge it from both sides. So you can see you can charge it from this side, but as I'm sitting here and I'm working, I can't bring the wire all the way to this side because the plug is down there, so I can charge it from this side. So that is something particularly good about this newer iPad. It's faster, it's smoother, and you know what, forget the camera. People go for camera. Come on, were you going to be taking pictures in the iPad? Get a good phone or something. So that's it inshallah ta'ala. I would like to dive into more of these topics, but you guys need to tell me if you found this video helpful, and if you want me to talk about a particular app, drop it in the comments. Share this, like this. هذا free. Wassalamu alaikum.